Oh, that's a proverb. Yeah, and I haven't the faintest idea what caused it. I'll see if article Q23 of the menu has any answers. Its markers state as abnormal. Decreased performance and malfunction of the paper moon due to uncertain cause. Here we go. According to the menu, gather information to investigate the event and start recording all your progress doing so. Reservation intensity the way. Here on the logs on the subject situation as well as all of our inputs and statements will be recorded. Thank you for your cooperation. Sorry, kinda busy here. You handled the announcements to the crew. Senpai, have you heard the announcement just now? Something about an abnormality. Yes, Da Vinci and Xian were called. I speculate it's some sort of technical difficulty. But an answer tone made it sound like quite a big deal. So I want to see if there's any way I can help. Let's at least take a look. Yes. Is something wrong with the paper moon? So it would seem. And we're about to ask our puzzle operator / manufacturer over there for more details. I'm the one who should be asking the questions here. By its very nature, it's not something that should be causing anyone any issues. Wait, really? Yeah, the paper moon might be an exceptional measuring device, but using it is extremely simple. There's no uncertainty in its measurements, even when operating in harsh environments. It's absolute, otherwise it couldn't serve as a perfect compass in a measured number space. In the simplest possible terms, it's a reflective surface of the moon, displaying everything as it exists. Formed or formless, real or imaginary numbers. No complex process or calculation necessary. Yeah, but what about all the black box mechanisms inside that you haven't mentioned? Even I never tried tinkering with those out of fear of what would happen if I broke anything. This thing was gifted to Chaldea a long time ago, so a fair share of skilled engineers had a go at it over the years. Until I built the border, the consensus was, this is amazing, but I can't think of any use for it. It's a mystic code from the Atlas Institute. What else did you expect? It was a present to Chaldea, but its blueprints and inner mechanisms are still top secret. I feel its micro components are my family patented technology. So only I can realistically make fundamental changes. It's complex despite its simple functions. Yes, but less complex and more overly customized for one user. How do I explain this one? Here's an example. Suppose you have a jigsaw puzzle composed of 100 million blank white pieces. You glue the complex puzzle together, frame it, and hang it over on your wall. It's practically a simple poster of the color white, but still made up of 100 million small pieces. Glued together to gain the simplicity of a solid block of white. This simplicity drops its chance of being taken apart to practically zero. Still, the only way to find it is the simple amalgamations of 100 million puzzle pieces. The only way to see how it is made is to find and remove each piece. Makes sense, right? Yes, I feel like I understand the main gist of it somehow. It's a product from when I had more time on my hands than I knew what to do with before I found my current aim. I didn't use any materials that would deteriorate easily, and programmed it with a general purpose, self-maintained spell, so continuing with the previous examples, my pre-examination expression would be, I, an intellectual darling, daughter of Alice Chancellor, didn't build a puzzle that break apart for no reason. But let's take a look. Activate this part here, easy as that. Hold up, is that a singularity reaction light on the monitor? Check what's that about. It is, I can see it, but no singularity detected. Oh really? Yeah, sorry, but I can definitely confirm it's visual around Egypt, per their world map. No matter how many times I check for input data against the paper moon, I get nothing. There's no logical reasons why this would be lit. It is visible with no input. I can think of two possibilities. One of them is a problem with the display. A burned-in portion of the mother, a scribble on the screen, or something to that effect. A misapparition unrelated to the data. Not that, then it can only be a second possibility. The paper moon is sending a signal to something. A receptor directly connected to it. That light is... What is happening? All hands emergency. Senpai, are you right? Senpai, stay by my... I can't see anything with all this light. Eek. Some unfamiliar city. Finally awake, always a sleepyhead, aren't you? But it's okay. Carelessly falling back asleep in the morning is a mark of a sloth. Basic moral lapse. You can practice every day. I won't stop you. Do return to your sweet dreams. It won't be my fault if your lapse ends up being permanent. Are? Kama. Don't ask me. Your puppy in the rain eyes won't make me suddenly know the answer. I've also just woken up. Whatever happened to me is probably the same thing that happened to you. So no idea. Okay. If I were a competent ninja, I might have already checked out the area, but that's not the kind of assassin I am. You know me. Instead of acting without orders, I limited myself to watching you asleep and caressing your cheeks. It was fun. One shame for you to have me, hehehe. But I think I can put up with it. Anyways, we woke up in a no place, with the staff and other servants nowhere to be found. The communication thing isn't usable, so we're cut off. What is your plan? I don't want to work, but I have to if I'm the only one around. I can get you some information. Treat it as a favor. You decide whether we go together, or if I'll be checking the path ahead of first. Hold it right there. Do you not notice your partner know your master's condition? That serious inattention. There is no other word for it. I can tell just from the visual information that he is off balance. Is he sick, perhaps? Shion, are you here, Shion? So small. If you excuse me, I'd like to perform a physical inspection by touch. Temperature pulse and pupil dilations are normal. Look perfectly stable. Any subjective symptoms? Not right now, no. More importantly, are you really Shion? Yes, I am Shion Socorus. I wouldn't think we need to be verifying each other's names at this point, do we, Yuki? Wait, don't be ridiculous. You can't talk as though that were the most natural thing in the world. You're completely different from your usual self. How so? Besides, even if my visual information were slightly different, that's no big deal. Looks don't matter. I am Shion and identify by myself as such. It's impossible to recognize me as anything else. The same goes for you, no? Kyrie Masters Yuki and his servant Kama. Your personality feels kinda different. Sus. She said we're sus. She couldn't possibly be more suspicious if she tried. Are you really that pixie from the control room? That Shion woman is just an Atlas Institute Magus. She's not a shapeshifter like me, as far as I know. Visual hijacking, bodily modification, body replacement. Even the most average Atlas Maggie can come up with 100 ways to alter their appearance. I am me, and although I don't remember ever modifying my appearance, your statements are still pretty superficial. And for a counter-argument, you're the suspicious one, Kama. Considering how many hero spirits Yuki had under contract, why are you the only one here? Because that is what I wanted to know, too. Can you prove you're not pretending to be an ignorant victim for your own schemes? I remember reading in a report that you're a servant who poses a risk to your master. I don't know a thing about this. Honestly, I'm fuzzy, even on what path took me here. I vaguely remember talking to someone, but it must have been my imagination, since I have no solid recollection. I feel really lightheaded. But not in the same way I was during our summer fun times. I heard no certain statements. Zero usable data. Are you doing this on purpose? Want to explore this place with us? Fine. That's what I predicted would happen, all according to my calculations. I'm not responsible for anything that might happen to you. And do you have anything more suspicious than search the area? Are we free just gonna walk around willy-nilly? Give me a moment to share the basic premise with you. What basic premise? What are you poking the ground for? I was right. I predicted this would be the same case from the sensation on my skin. This is made of material I don't recognize. However, the fact that it is unknown will lead to an answer, all according to my calculations. This place, no. This word is probably... What was that? I did hear something, not too far away from here. Will we find villager 1 or enemy number 1? Want to test your luck? For me, the most fun option is whichever you want the least, by the way. It is both. Boring. Someone's being cheated. Indeed, but by what? Good question, what is that thing? Looks like one of those sea fiends, but not exactly. Either way, it's all gross and gooey. Whoever made it has no taste. Someone's being attacked, we help them. Yeah, I get it. I'm here as a servant, yada yada. I'll help, spare me the fairy glare. I should quell all that anger before it gives you an nuclear even. But you better not forget, okay? The more you use me for your needs and desires, the more I feel like I can use you for my needs and desires. You've already amassed a lot of debt with me by this point, you know? One more step further and delightful lapse. Since you're attributing numerical value to frustrations, you need to install yourself with an external display to show you the values. We need to measure the timing for your maintenance and termination. Shion, step away for now. Don't worry about me. Alice and Maggie know how to defend themselves. For some reason, I feel like I haven't done this in forever, but my skill level is still up to date. I don't particularly mind as long as you don't get in my way. I won't take responsibility if a stray arrow of love puts you into heat. Ronnie just made it. I see enough. Stop right there. I don't know what kind of creature you're, and I don't feel like interacting with you at all, but... Oh well, just squishing a thing without having to worry about love or laughs is easy enough.
どうしてもというならこんな感じですこんな感じですこんな感じですそんなに欲しいんだこんなのがいいなんていきますいきますちょっと重たいのあげますね満足しちゃったんですか
Whoa, I won! Hooray for me, Dippan. Not that it makes any difference to me. What is it? Something feels different. like the way the magical energy is flowing, or how my body feels. What does it matter? The past is gone. Shall we leave it trampled underfoot? You get to be an awesome and cool and human master who doesn't care who gets in his way. I'm not gonna do that. But you unlock the golden root lapse, caused by disapproval and isolation, and I'd be the only one you could turn to, mumbling. I'm more interested in what Shion was doing during their fight. Just something like a little warm-up exercise, nothing to worry about. More importantly, who are you? We're not enemies, at least. I hope that you understand that we are both intelligent and good-natured enough to save you from your pursuer. How are your injuries? Not too bad. Will you need treatment? Unnecessary. Given enough resources and time, self-recovery is possible. We are AI designed for cure and treatment. An AI? I knew it. You mean an artificial intelligence? Yes, we are autonomous programs, designed to be capable of thinking, acting, and conversing without direction. Destination Rani series type R for repair. No individual destination. I can provide my serial number if you wish, but that does not appear to be necessary. Rani. Rani? You pronounce the letters in acronym together to form a name logical. Henceforth, it could be used to quote-unquote speech. An AI is something fundamentally created for a specific purpose. There appears to be treatment, so what exactly are you supposed to be treating? Obviously the other AIs in this area, including the other Rani types, of course. Our task is to restore the damaged AI so that all may function at maximum capacity. And what is that purpose of you AIs in general? I must once again prefix this with an oppositely to ensure the smooth operation of this world. The whole world? That's kind of a big job, isn't it? Yeah, I figured something fell off from the very start. I didn't want to see anything definite since there wasn't enough information to draw a conclusion. If you really are an AI running this road, then you ought to be able to clear this up. This place is some kind of conceptual or virtual world. Isn't that right? Yes, well, the information we have available on this world is not complete. The given name for this place by the outside is installed into us as basic information. Paper Moon. That's the name of the systems that we AIs are charged with maintaining. You mean we're in a virtual world inside that paper moon doohickey? I can't tell apart from reality. Nor should you. This is reality to us. If our conscience registers that we are here, that means we were made part of this virtual world. The very components of our brains, nerves, and sensory devices are forming this world. So if anything in it didn't match reality, our heads wouldn't be able to process that specific portion. For example, if a 2-meter tall human owned a 30-centimeter pet, and they were both transported to a world where everything was a tenth of his original size, they wouldn't be able to realize they were now a 20-centimeter tall human who owned a 3-centimeter pet. As said, it doesn't seem like all knowledge and sensation were absorbed. There are partial discrepancies. Whatever puzzles you about my appearance must be part of it. It is strange that I myself feel nothing wrong with it, but I presume something happened to me when I converted to this world. This phenomenon is probably similar to Spiritron or a cytospiritron conversion. Regardless, as long as this virtual world is real to us. If we die here, we die in real life. Be careful. I honestly have no idea what's going on, but there's one thing I can tell. This woman is suspicious. The paper moon is an item your people provided to us, right? Correct. What was used as the paper moon? nucleus was something originally passed down through generations within Aslid Institute, or specifically within the Outnam family. The Outnam family head Zepia transferred its control to his daughter as president for her 8th birthday. I performed through maintenance and expansions on it until I was 9. And it was later offered to Chaldea per their Atlas contract. Naturally, I've been making adjustments since joining your group. However, the paper moon is nothing more than a device. The only thing inside it is a basic software. I have no recollection of creating a world like this inside it. I suppose conceptual worlds simply exist everywhere without our notice. As for the AIs, I posit the possibility that a self-evolving program transformed into what can be considered an AI from a micro-magecraft standpoint. This is fascinating, really. So it's only because this world exists. Conceptually speaking, correct. Perhaps a clearer way to describe it is saying it was forced into this world. Although I can't give you an exact answer until I examine the laws of this world. Someone's dodging the questions. If you excuse me, may I interrupt your conversation? I'm sorry, we momentarily forgot about you. Let's cut the expository scene for later. Huh? You mentioned your capability to perform treatment, but you don't mean the medical kind, do you? I don't believe your wound is minor enough to without healing. If you lack resources, I can provide some. Check applying self-diagnose program. Function is currently operating at 37%, below standard values. To fulfill my defined directive and ensure smooth operation going forward, it is encouraged that I return to standard values. I'm currently prioritizing another routine. So you can cure your injury, but you have a higher priority. Yes, I'll report it to you. In a place distant from here, numerous units of the same model as I are under attack from tentacle threats like that which you just saw. In order to reduce the damage ratio on Type R collective as much as possible, I would like your assistance. Would that be possible? Aren't you expecting too much of our good nature? We still don't know anything about our situation. If your friends are under attack, we'll help. I figure that's what you say, all according to my calculations. Report, they're close. I sent several units of my model around this corner. However, I can interfere. I knew it, those pests are also here. What a pain. And let's get clearing to them. You stay back. Roger. We repair AI derived joy propagational to the extent of the injuries we heal. But we're disallowed to inflict harm upon something in its perfect state. Please bear that in mind.
どうしてもというならこんな感じです。世界はより小さく賠償いいわ。バカにしてるんですか。どこまでもコッパにほらほらほら。なるほど。小 いちいちうるさいですよね。言われなくてもわかります。私も大好き。逃げ回るため。こんなのに頼るなんて本当にどうかと思いますけど。川の三毛花。いい的ですね。
生きている者がいれば私の社に愛玩の檻にてたっぷり分からせますので。
That dizziness again. It's nice that I could easily defend them and all, but... Are you okay? You look really pale. What the heck is this loud noise? Someone's getting really violent around that corner. Per once again, I detect numerous units of my model. Many of them seems too injured to move. Additionally, their prime repair AI is over there. This is referred to as positions, equivalent to leader and minister of our type. Equivalent to strange phrasing. What's the practical difference between a prime and leader? The distinction comes because in the current situation, her role was expanded through the extra definitions on top of leadership. It's recommended that she should be called by her additional role, which would be Master. Ah, no can do, ma'am. I'm too hungry to unleash my power. Plus too unmotivated. I got a critical need for a fine lady's words of encouragement, to tell you the truth. Come on, at least try. Aren't I cheering you up? Told you a bunch of times already, but you don't have anything remotely resembling sex appeal. Can't you change yourself up to cater to my taste a bit more? Wow. A man quite confident in his skills for all your flippant attitude. But I've grown tired of this futile dance. It's about time for my blade to leave trails of your clear blood. Gills. And also... Who is there? Any fresh troops? Damn, where's my escape route? Hold on. You can't have that as your plan A. They're all still here. Like I care, the weak die, that's how life goes. Nothing you can do. Hehe, true. That's what commands providence. The fabulous are bound to offer their blood, and depths are its tributes. Oh then, I shall take my dietary supplements. Ah! Report serial number 247 lost, unable to reform. He's absorbing their power. He absorbed it from that? AI, possibly magical energy. What is the world's equivalent to it? That confirms the gloomy faced man is controlling the technical monsters. This feels awfully familiar, but what are we doing about it? Operation Gold, exterminate the technical monsters. I'll be on the lookout in case they try to chase after the girls. If the enemy approaches us, I'll at least be able to buy some time. I'm counting on you to exterminate them. Sure, Ving, go play with your strings while I'll get to do all the hard work. What an annoying chore. I can tell I'll have to do it twice over if I'm not through the first time. Maybe a straight arrow could land in that man if I have the chance. It's a rider. I mean caster.
よしよしできるぞ。いいぞ。バカにしてるんですか。そうぜ当てます。小さ小さ小さいいわ。バカにしてるんです。いちいちうるさいですね。どこまでもプロテインクの成長命の海に沈みなさい。アイヤーバターキングサイズ。
いいでしょう。
言われなくてもわかります。
国家無行くぞ。
無駄ですよ。
はち切れそうでしょ。皆さん火薬の匂い好き放題扱ってあげましょう。
あなたごできるぞ。飲み込んでしまえればいいのだけど。見つけた。
愚かなり。
It seems like it could be a costume for the caster guilds. But it's a 4-star guild. He's not a 3-star, he's a 4-star.
言われなくてもわかります。言われなくてもわかります。ほらそうならおしま。それで2回でこれが必
覗くな。
はいゴロー。まだ輝ける。あできるぞ。いちいちうるさいですね。
そう
なるほ
物足りない。やっぱりビル街で暴れないと箔がつかないですね。
He's not exactly like the guilds I know. Yeah, for all the knightly impression he passes, his swordsmanship has no real control to it. And there's also the way he controls his familiars. Is he just a caster with a sword? We'll guess it. My class is caster. You have a good eye, beautiful lady. You're a flower with quite the inviting aroma. I may take you as my bride once you're a little older. I'll have to pass. Right now I'm busy corrupting this blockhead. What's going on? Did you help us? Wow. Okay. Nice work getting here. I've been waiting for you. I knew you'd make it, my kindred spirit. Together we could take on hundreds of them. Now let us smack this caster down together. Huh? What is our plan, Master? They already joined hands with another faction. We still haven't collected enough resources to fight two servants at once. We retreat, caster. Understood. I suppose I have to invite you to my secret room at a later time. All technical creatures around us have vanished. I guess we've reached a point where the pacing drops off. You know, you can't make me bother pursuing them. Too much work for one day. What's going on? Do you know these people? Phew, already guess I made the right call. Whenever weird people show up unaccounted for, you gotta make them allies before they become enemies. You never know when they might turn out useful. I mean, it's a rarity, but at some point you can dig up a rare gem like Karna. Stop right there and explain yourselves, Berserker. He mentioned Karna. I'll wait, Master. Oh no, this was the matter we couldn't have postponed it. His already established sentence worsened due to the stress of all-out combat. Yuki, lie down and take a deep breath. Yuki. Are you awake? Excellent. Come on, sleepyhead. How many times are we going to have to repeat this routine? Seriously, stop worrying me like this. Where are we? We're at the partition allocated to the repair AIs. The demon area is like is repair. This is repair's central building. Thank you for saving Aaron back then. This is one of those moments where I'm supposed to be introducing myself, right? I'm the prime R-type AI leading the repair area. But I was recently attributed to the role of Berserker's Master. That is what outsiders to our areas have mostly been calling me lately. And he is... Hold up, have I explained this to you along the road? What I said was a stopgap lie. This is a huge opportunity to surprise attack them. When people help you, you repay the favor. I have none of this ingratitude of yours programmed in my code. Sorry for the interruption. Let me introduce you to Berserker. Fine then. Plain as day, your truly is the strongest and most beautiful Berserker servant. Couldn't tell you why I'm not a saber, but I've had to gander guess. I say I count as a Berserker because I'm mad strong. Yikes. Sorry, he's like that. And I'm quite the intellectual on top of that. Oh, the perfection. The strongest and prettiest and noblest of all men. That's who I am. It's the public consensus that I'm the greatest friend anyone could possibly have, so I never deny you the privilege of our speaking. But do remember basic courtesy when addressing me. Anyway... What are you staring at? Be warned that I'm prepared to counterattack if you continue to engage us this impudently. Just checking that we're on the same page here. You may be women, but you're too small. You got nothing to worry about. Neither of you struck a chord with me. Now, question for me. Are you two masters and servant? No need to waste anyone's time with that. The command source on your hand answers everything. Where are you from? Tricky question. Huh? Judging by the way you fight, you're either an archer or an assassin, right? Yeah, assassin, why? You're the only one of your class, so it's only reasonable to ask where you're located to. Aren't you numbers off? I can see where the miscommunication arose here. Tell me, are you participating in the System Grill War or... Please wait, we can compare information later. Yuki's physical condition hasn't improved yet. We need to deal with this major issue first. Yeah, right, sorry. There is my duty as a repair and treatment AI, and my retribution to my personal labor. It's only natural we exist to treat others. That said, I did run a search on him and detected nothing. Though naturally, I could be overlooking something since I was made to heal AI. I could tell at first glance that you were not AI, okay? I see. I also ran through a checkup while he was asleep. I believe his magic circuits are not synchronized with his Spiritron converted nervous system. You can tell. It's very possible that in entering this world, I lost any given amount of my knowledge of magecraft. And I'd be completely unable to tell if that was the case. But that just now is the result of the exam I can still provide with my current level of awareness. You could say that's my rate of according to this world rules. Regardless, it doesn't alter the factual nature for those of us here. In summary, he is continuously producing junk data because the connection between his nerves and his magic circuits unoptimized. There's a structural problem with his presence here, and one that is inadvisable to ignore. It's likely to grow worse the longer it goes unaddressed. Can we have a less stone-faced diagnosis and more solving the problem? I'll solve it, of course, however I'm low on options. To be precise, I only have one. It will be quite the brute force treatment method, do you mind? I'm scared, but go ahead. Surgery. Are you going to perform surgery? If you need assistance, count on me or anyone in the R series. Let's learn this. That won't be necessary, and I couldn't possibly teach it to you. Only I can use this. It's a microscope filament. The Spiritron wire is handed down through the Eltnan family. They were called Everlight. A kind of fox nerve to develop originate for medical purpose, so I can employ them in this treatment. Was this what you were using in combat? That's right. It didn't have any effect beyond a distraction when used against those technical creatures, but here it is, a completely different matter. Yuki, close your eyes and lie back down. Don't move a muscle. I replaced your regular nerves with Everlight, then tied them closer to your circuits in order to do so. This is indeed the only options. Here we go. You can open your eyes now. How do you feel? My head feels so much clearer. Really, that's great to hear. The operation was a success. Well, I didn't get any of that, but still, it feels great to see someone healed. Wait a second. Someone feels uncomfortable with magical energy path with Master. I assume that would be the case. It's an unavoidable side effect. Everlight can be injected even directly into the brain. But when it comes to magic circuit and Spiritron conversion, it needs a special route with one additional step. Therefore, I use a command spell system tied to a circuits as an intermediary to force the Ether Light route open. In simpler terms, portions of Yuki command spells and magic circuits have been replaced with my Ether Light. And since I'm obviously the one in control, it wouldn't be inaccurate to count me as part of his circuits and command spells. What? Are you sure about this? Circuit and command spells are pretty important. You can't let anyone other than me take parts of that away from you that easily. That's basically giving her control over your life and death. What else could I have done? I agree it comes with some ethical issues, but it was our only options. I appreciate we fought it as a necessary expense. By the way, from now on, any attempts to utilize your mystic codes or whatever else you use for Magecraft will be executed for me. Basically, we have come to in one master package. I've never heard anything like this. Is this even allowed? All I can see in regards to the technical difficulties of this mechanism is that we're not in the real world. I haven't the slightest idea whether or not this is possible outside of here. I can't believe you let this untrustworthy child steal all your valuables. I'd have stopped her if I knew. Greatest mistake in my life. You don't look too satisfied. Are you not healed? He is. As long as he has my support, he can move his body and fight with no detriments to himself. Thanks. You really saved me there. It's nothing. This screenplay doesn't need your dramatic thank you scene. Since I happen to be here, it's only natural for me to be cooperative. Yes, of course. It's great to be healthy. I just remember, I received an individual name after becoming a master. It's the berserker who gave it to me. Ah yes. It means life in its language. You can call me that if you want. That's what I'll call you then. Copy. It's a strange name for an AI, but I like it quite a lot. I could have just called her Master, but not having a name is still a major inconvenience. She wouldn't shut up about health, this, treatment, that, so I thought this would be perfect for her. Naming other was a frequent occurrence for someone of my exalted status. It's a noblesse oblige, as the stranger says. Oops, my considerable smell of royalty might have gotten you thinking I'm some great prince of some kingdom. But I shan't review my name. That's the key point of the Grill War. Didn't you mention Karna earlier? And ice is a Sanskrit word. And you smell more like an Indian Kali than anything. A prince connected to Karna, in other words, a Mahabharata prince that smells like a Kali. Or perhaps Duryodhana. Oh, how? Out of nowhere. What gave me away? I'm even more famous than I thought, and I thought I was pretty famous. Yes, this is the price of fame. That's a good way to see it. In disbelief. Duryodhana, the oldest of the 100 Kurva Prince of Kuru. The ambitious child regarded as the avatar of Kali. Oi, that last part. Ain't true. That's scandalous propaganda strategically spread by my enemies. I'm sure of it, probably. No, Prince was as cherished by all your truly. But more importantly, do you kids know Karna? He's a cherished hero, our ever reliable child of the sun. Yeah, you fought as his ally, I can feel it. He was my henchman, my little bro, no, my best friend. I'm the one who discovered him, as you probably already know. He wouldn't have gotten where he did without me. So hold me with more respect and admiration than you held him. We clear? I fought with Arjuna too. Stop! Not worried about the 5 princes. My chest is pounding. Oh crap, I'm about to hurt. Listen up, kid. I'm not scared in any sense of the world, but save this topic when my confidence reaches a peak. Right now I'm too shocked at how casually my true name leaked it out for real. I'm not sure what this is about, but the point is that your name is more well known than you thought, right? True, that would be a disadvantage in battle, but that's nothing to do done about that. We wouldn't be able to hide it forever. Yeah, that's all there is to it. I'm just gonna get famous, full stop. Hello, Rohei. You don't need to put any further thought to it. I don't need any further thought to it. Honestly, knowing your name doesn't make much of a difference for us. But if you finally calm down, can you explain the situation? Where do I start? So the systems currently in operation is a system guerrilla war. That is their starting point. They are master and servant. They already know that much. But they are not AI like my kind, and there are 2 of them. There's a non-zero possibility that they're unrelated to the system. Haha, as if that's possible. You make me laugh. I feel like this guy's making fun of us. Oh, I can't stand him. But never mind that. We won't get anywhere unless they tell us what this AI guerrilla war is. We know the Holy Grail is a battle royale between 7 masters and 7 servants. The last survivors obtain a Holy Grail which grants any wishes. Any divergence in our interpretation. The wish granting part is right, but the whole purpose of this system is world maintenance. The paper moon operates by constantly carrying out and concluding Holy Grail wars. That's the primary significance of our Holy Grail war. For the maintenance of the paper moon's world. I'm doing good, Rohei. If you don't know even that, then you really weren't meant to be part of this. In that case, I think you need to go visit someone more informed. The overseer of this guerrilla war, the General Supervisor AI. General Supervisor AI, what's that? Weren't you the leader? I'm more like the representative of the medical AI here, in the repair sector. She, however, integrates all AI types here in Paper Moon. She's our superior AI. I'll take you to her. Do we have to? Why even bother? Don't look so disgusted. We owe them for helping us. Won't we be attacked by nerve servants along the way? Well, we should be fine if we don't take any detours. Caster Leaves won't attack us anytime soon, since he just retreated. The General Supervisor AI is in a neutral area where no one's allowed to fight. I'd also like to learn about this world geography, if possible. Right, you wouldn't know about that either. Then I'll explain the partitions along the way. This is getting exciting. I didn't think I'd ever be making non-work related talk with a group on the road. Oh, is that picnic thing I heard so much about? Cool. Nah, I don't think a picnic is anything like this. Don't be a sourpuss. Oh, give me a moment to pack things up. While we wait, explain this thing to you, Yuki. Could you close your eyes for a moment? What was that? Since you're connected to Etherlight, I installed a data processing assistance in you free of charge. It will categorize the information we gain and allow you to conveniently access them with just a thought. I don't have any heavy data for you since I don't want to waste your memory space. But regardless, I believe it will help your situate yourself. Feel free to use it anytime. Thank you. Think nothing of it. Well then, we should also get ready to depart. Alright, then we're off. Have a nice trip. We'll take care of the house while you're away. Wait, are you? Yes, I'm the first AI you rescued. Thank you very much for that. Result due to the treatment performed until recently. I'm currently at 0% damage states. Perfect condition. The other damage repair AI is also shifted into standby mode, waiting for their turn to be treated. They will all return to regular activity in short, aside from those permanently destroyed. That's great to hear. Hi, Nitpick. This deviates from our original duties, but after discussion, the present AI has decided on its own high priority. I'm either here as a representative of all concerned parties. This face you're making at me will be saved in the logs, if you don't mind. While I do want to mobilize this view, since I'm everyone's representative, I unfortunately must upload it to the shared storage. Look at you winning the hearts of non-humans, as effortless as you do with humans. What even is the point of my flower arrows? Wait. I love having less work to do actually. And I almost forgot. We decided to provide you with some random mint as a token of gratitude. Here, please take it. Provide him with what? This feel like getting my regular magical energy supply. Oh, of course, you still don't recognize it. This is the base resource exchange among the AIs in this world. It's almighty energy with no defined shape. I'm certain that all your activity in this world has consumed randomment, and you were simply unaware of it. The name doesn't mean anything, but since it couldn't go unnamed, the generous supervisor AI coined the term. Giving names to what needs one to be first step towards beautiful management. In the outside world, we call it magical energy. But it makes sense that in a conceptual world with non-standard scale, magical energy circuits in the form most appropriate. Oh, the magical energy here did always feel different. Is that why? So it was replaced by something else without my noticing it. How's it different from magical energy? As far as the master-servant relationship is concerned, it really isn't. We only know the outside world magical energy as an abstract theory. But randomment is every AI's life force and universally recognized as valuable, making it the only tradable research it commemorates. In other words, it also functions as a currency. This is partially why we judge this transfer to be an appropriate token of gratitude. Hey, that's feeling enough, thanks. An energy resource with momentary values, huh? Now it's easy to see why Caster would try to steal it by force. Where's my share? You already received your schedule map. You're talking to one of the bulkiest royalty servants, you know? Don't I at least deserve some kind of bonus? Nope. Let's get moving, everyone. Very well, be careful on the road ahead. Let's see, the General Supervisor AI is located at the center of the world. She generally never leaves there, because she has no need to, I assume. What do you mean when you called her a neutral party? Oh, that I'm going to need to explain the shape of the world to talk about that. Well, you like a diagram for a better understanding. This world is essentially a circle, with another circle inside. The outer circle surrounding the inner circle is divided into 5 partitions, then 6 total counting the center. Each of the 6 types of AI operating the paper room gathers in one of its partitions. They can go all over the world for work, of course, but they gather at a specific place by default for easier management. 6 types of AI, with your medical type being one of them. Right. The area we're currently in is my repair section. The other ones are transfer, keep, grow, build, and defend. The other 5 partitions have their own areas, where the AI of their specific world gather. Starting from the closest to us, the inner circle in the center is the defense section, which is the closest we get to a neutral party in this Toy Grow War. There are no masters and servants stationed there. In the center of the area, where the external supervisor AI is, even more neutral, any form of combat is fully forbidden there. That's why we're not at much risk going there now. I see. So like the transfer section is where the caster carrier is. AI lives. Putting together what we know about the paper moon so far. The thing was powered by the works of AIs all along. And not only that, the AIs are working without the operator knowledge. Is all this stuff kind of really possible? Are you still suspecting me? Didn't you hear me say this is a virtual conceptual world? Even if there were a way to observe the paper room interior from the outside, I don't think it would allow us to visualize what goes on in this world. Here's an example. Do you not describe the functions of the red and white blood cells through human professions by explaining the mechanisms of the human body to children? It's the same kind of personifications going on here. This is what the world looks like to us while we're inside it. The movements of AI here are representative of different magical chemical reactions and inner phenomena in the real world. The phenomenon of electrons flowing between electrodes to act as a mailman transporting electrons. The two come from different bases or perception, but through the perspective of this world we can't tell them apart. When we exist in a world where we're forced to play by its standards, it defines what's visible to us. That's what's the gist of it, as far as I believe. I get it, but I also don't. And you talk like this world built itself on its own. Huh! Precisely, that's the fact whether you want it to be or not. When are you planning to drop the abrasive attitude? I don't know what you're arguing about, but make up already. You need a healthy heart to be a healthy body. Looks we're not too long of a walk away from that central defense area. Right, are we really going in? Berserker, what's with the long face? You know, I was the strongest and mightiest and the most powerful warrior, but I also served as a general commander due to my resourceful intellect. That spoiled brat You'd hysteria can't hope to compare to my knowledge and virtue. This is an objective fact as evidenced by 100 out of 100 results in a poll held among 100 princes. Virgo, your truly very smart brain determines what we ought to do. The answer is simple. Doria? Hold on, what is this all about, son? He's attacking us. He attack us out of nowhere. Shion took over, or command spells. I mean, answer spells. Yeah. Are you stupid or something? Do you have a berserker brain? Never mind, you actually do. Oh, he's definitely an enemy. Right, let's kill him. Yes, there's no denying it. It felt like he's been looking for an opening for a while now, so it is what bound to happen. All according to my calculations. Why did you suddenly attack? Aw, I thought I could get away with a surprise attack. You're not that bad for a little girl. Seems even one great as me is still susceptible to unwitting negligence. Guess I got no choice. Right, that'll do it for training. Now I know exactly how strong you are. Come again? I wanted to make sure you were ready to deal with an ambush. It's just a bit of tough love. Drona beat me up a lot back in the day, but this is for real. I could have just dumped it on Karna and run away. What I say may sound nonsensical, but a servant should be able to see the connections. I have had a huge advantage if I could have taken out just one of them with a surprise attack. Will there be no other chances? Next time for sure. Man, I'm such a good general. Awfully sorry about that. I'm a warrior among warriors, so I treat you guys the same way. I guess I should have kept the kid's glove on. What are you doing? I thought that was an actual fight. At least make it sound like you were sorry. Are you alright? Any injuries? I can treat them if she will let me. Whatever is fine. If it was just me, there is no way he'd get away with this. I make him pay by corrupting him down to his core, then kill him during the act of love. But Master is just so damn easygoing. I can't work with like this. At least give me an order or something. Why doesn't he say anything? Why are you glaring at me? No reason though. You'll just get burned by it one day. No, let's all get along. By the way, after some thought, I don't like being the only one whose true name is out in the open. Those flower arrows smells of India. Flower arrows give away your divinity. Comma. Or am I missing the mark? What should we do? Expression. It feels like we don't really need to tell him. Wait, hold up. I can tell what you're thinking. I'm not that dumb. It's actually true. I mean, why are you a girl? It's complicated. Gender doesn't really make much of a difference for our kind. Well, I guess that is a god for you. I should have known. But flower arrows that incite lust. If I had something like that, I could easily win over Draupadi and all sorts of other pretty girls. Right, I'm boycotting my service now. I don't care how much you worship me, I won't work. Not to mention the gal it takes to ask favors after a surprise attack. Next time I'll kill you, clear? Of course I get it. From now on, we're a divinity and a servant working together respectfully. But no matter what she says, she's still one of my gods. If I play this right, it could be pretty useful. Why are you in such a good mood? Well, whatever. We all reach the central defend area. Let's go. These rhinos are a little different. They're D-type girls, defend AIs. Whenever a bug shows up in this world, they deploy their security forces. I think the equivalent role in the outside world is called police. They are very special girls, so don't try to flirt with them. They'll get mad. Is this where the general supervisor AI is? It looks like a church. I don't know why it's designed that way. There's probably isn't such a meaning behind it. Maybe it is just project the greatest sense of stability and comfort. Well, let's go in. Entry request sent, and okay, we are approved. I could hear you, and what you say is true. There's no significance behind the form of this building, and has no religious meaning to it. Its shapes was chosen by analyzing the data means without instructing that which minimized discordance. That's to say, the format plays by the classic tropes. Of course there will be Rani here too. Yes. I am the primary AI. All the Rani series in this world use me as their archetype. Naturally, the appearance settings of other AIs are all based on me. Their name was also decided upon based on my research. They were originally unnecessary, but the current situation calls for individual designations. Indeed, we now acknowledge their utility. You could say that I am Rani, but that would not be entirely accurate, as I am functionally the only one of my type and not a supplement unit. I believe it appropriate to refer myself based on my current version after a number of major updates performed. Based on the above logic, Ronnie 12. That would be my name. And that's it for today's chapter. We'll continue the next one for another time. EX shows skills profile and everyone's involved. Oh, interesting. So thanks for Rohei and probably just Rohei. I don't count that one. So thanks for stopping by.